There's a lot of assaults in our day-to-day, things that we just don't even consider anymore because we're used to it. But are we? On a cellular level, we are not used to it. It is impacting us. It's draining our battery. If you want clarity in fighting fat in your menopausal years, today we're going to talk about the checklist. If you're menopausal, if you're fighting fat loss, if your body refuses to let go of extra fluff, if you're tired of the health noise and all the advice that you see on social media, from things you've read, newsletters, all of the things, if you just want to feel better in your body, my daily checklist might really tick the boxes and give you a little more bandwidth in terms of accessing stored fat, getting rid of that belly, getting rid of the frustration you feel because you're trying and not succeeding. My name's Connie Rutledge. I'm a functional nutritionist. I specialize in menopausal fat loss, and I help women just like you figure it out. If you've been here before, you know I've got lots and lots of tips and tricks to melt fat and help you look and feel better in your body. If you're new here, welcome. My website is ConnieRutledge.com. I've got a free newsletter. I have lots and lots of resources on my website. And I'd love to have you join me as a client, as a viewer. Subscribe to my channel. You want lasting fat loss. Let's go to that daily checklist and see if there's something that you could add and or subtract to really gain more traction in the fat loss department. So why do we have a daily checklist? Because the to-do list is long, and I'd like to kind of give you a few key points and things to try. Wait, I hate the word try. Things to add to your list to support your circadian rhythm, to support your diet, to support your ability to burn fat. And the first one on the list is morning sunrise. Why is this important? Morning sunrise is important because our body runs on a circadian clock. Get outside at sunrise, at least 5 minutes. Put on your coat, put on your bathrobe, bundle up, and just stick your head outside so that your eyes can see natural light. It's very important. Why is light timing and circadian rhythm important? Because sunrise and UVA exposure early in the day anchor your circadian clock. It improves your sleep quality, cortisol rhythm, and metabolic regulation in midlife women. You also want to be careful that you're not blasting yourself with blue light. Blue light blocker glasses are important, especially at nighttime. Red screens and dim or candlelight after dark will kind of help your body with better insulin sensitivity. It'll help with weight control, and it also lowers cardiometabolic risk. There's real science to this. And it makes perfect sense to me because, yes, I've watched TV in the evening hours for years and years and years, but I don't think we've had the screens like we do today. I mean, I know we didn't have the massive television sets back in the day. And I think that degradation in our cellular function has kind of crept us up on us. I mean, there's a lot of assaults in our day-to-day, things that we just don't even consider anymore because we're used to it. But are we? On a cellular level, we are not used to it. It is impacting us. It's draining our battery. So doing more of the nature circadian rhythm practice will really help regenerate and restore some of your body's energy to be able to tackle stubborn fat. It'll help you lose fat faster, ladies. So number one on the list is morning sunrise. Never miss a sunrise and get out in the early UVA sunlight before 10 a.m. Take a walk. That'd be a great time, if possible, for you to take a light break if you're stuck in the office. If you're not stuck in the office, get out for a 30-minute walk. That's lower on the list, but it's really essential for lots and lots of circadian cues that are important for you. Okay, number 2 on the list. So number 1 on the list is light. Number 2 on the list, breakfast within 30 to 60 minutes of sunrise. Eat early. Eat breakfast within 60 minutes of waking. Ideally, you want to wake up at sunrise or just before. Eating breakfast about an hour after waking is going to be important because when you wait and you do that long intermittent fast and you're already exhausted and tapped out, your ability to have energy is non-existent, and your body's going to find it somehow. It's going to release cortisol. It's going to release adrenaline. And although that's okay on occasion, day in and day out, that's not good for you. If you're having trouble with fat loss and you've had an extended fasting window and you're tired, then you want to rethink that. Eating a quality breakfast about an hour or so after waking, and I'm going to say after sunrise, because sometimes we wake up really early. Don't eat in the dark. Eating after sunrise and maybe eating outside after sunrise is ideal. I know it's winter. I know it's not probably possible for many of you, but consider as often as possible eating about an hour after sunrise and have a high protein breakfast. In fact, have a high protein quality meal every meal. Prioritize quality protein and eat fish 2 or 3 times a week because the DHA is important. Quality fats are key. Butter, animal products, avoiding inflammatory seed oils. And then a key factor in my practice is eat your meal and no snacking. Wait at least 3 to 5 hours in between meals. This gives your body a time to use the fuel that you just ate, and it also gives your gut a chance to work the way nature intended. The grazing that we were taught as low-calorie dieters is really difficult on the GI tract. Our digestion has suffered, and we need to allow that cleansing wave that happens through our intestines and give the body a break. Next on the list in the food department is eat dinner early. Again, timing matters. Timing matters because we're designed to eat during daytime hours. And when it gets dark, our body does not digest properly. It slows way down. And I mean, we're getting ready for the sleep time, and our body doesn't need a lot of fuel to sleep. But boy, as a low-calorie seasoned dieter, and I know you know what I'm talking about, we were taught to eat as little as possible. And a lot of times that left us at the end of the day starving and really craving. And it was almost impossible to not keep eating once we got started with feeding ourselves. So having a high quality and nutritious high protein breakfast, and then following that up with a high protein quality lunch and a light high protein quality dinner really will kind of reorganize your body's energy levels so that you have what it takes to be able to stop eating in the dark time hours. So there's a lot more I could say about food, but for the most part, we're going to be eating a Paleolithic style diet really kind of omitting most grains and any processed foods. So we're going to stick to quality proteins, quality vegetables, seasonal vegetables. And right now it's winter time, so I'm eating butternut squash, I'm eating mushrooms and onions, potatoes, less and less of the lettuces and springtime vegetables, more soups and stews to ensure my body's got the right information from the food that I'm eating. I'm not eating bananas, I'm not eating pineapple, I'm not eating things that grow in the tropics, I'm eating seasonally. That means for me, apples, citrus fruits, and sticking closely to the heavier winter food. The next thing on the daily checklist is lighting. So we're going to make sure that we're switching our phone screens to red. We're going to kind of appreciate that we need to work on the computer, and the flicker and the blue light is draining our battery. So maybe you want the Iris software installed on your computer to mitigate that. You could wear the blue blocker glasses. In the daytime, you would want to wear the yellow lenses. At nighttime, you would want to wear the red or the orange. You don't want bright lights after dark or before sunrise. You want to really, I love candlelight. I use non-LED, drives my husband crazy, but I know that I don't want my body producing cortisol. I don't want my body thinking it's noon in June, day in and day out. We have a circadian rhythm on purpose. Our body needs to have cues to make specific hormones and biochemicals like melatonin. It's hard for the body to make melatonin when the bright lights are on in the house, when the TV is blaring. We want those wind down hormones to be appropriately created within our biology. Just like we want the adrenaline and the cortisol to be appropriately generated first thing in the morning. I'm giving you this information so that you can appreciate that maybe what you've been doing is sapping your body's energy, and no wonder you can't lose fat. There's a lot of kind of down regulation that happens when we're just going along, not understanding the realities of modern life. The EMFs coming off of our devices, the EMFs coming off of our smart meters, and all of the appliances that we have in our house that make our life really, really cush. That's okay, but let's just be aware and understand that we need to balance all that with nature and give our body some more bandwidth, some more battery life. And that will really tee us up for having more energy to be able to lose fat and to feel better. Another thing that I want to warn you about is wearing the earbuds on your walk, and also wearing your Apple Watch. If you're wearing your Apple Watch, please, at least half of the time, put it on airplane mode so that you're not getting the inflammatory stuff happening. I mean, your body is a Wi-Fi router with that on your body. I wear my Oura Ring and it's always on airplane mode. I take it off once a week to charge it, and it downloads the data onto my phone. As often as I can, if I'm on a walk, I will use my wired headset, and I will download the things that I want to listen to, turn my phone on airplane mode, and I will have that basically, not emitting Wi-Fi all over the place while I'm on my walk outside. That doesn't happen every day, but I like to think that that gives my body a break. I sit outside as often as I can. I take my client meetings out here if possible, and have my computer away from me. So there's a lot of things you can do that will just kind of assist you in more of a natural setting to ground and give your body more of a natural frequency instead of being, burned at the stake with all of the unnatural EMFs and blue lights. Hydration is also another big one. Making sure that you have adequate hydration will give your body better current conductivity. Your minerals are essential to the bottom line for overall health. I know there are so many commercial electrolyte supplements out there. A lot of them are just too salty, too sodium rich. Not quite, they taste great, but they don't quite tick the boxes for lowering systemic inflammation. On occasion, they are just fine, but day in and day out, unless you're sweating profusely and really losing a lot of water, scale back on those element packets and use something a little more natural like the BodyBio Remineralize, and there's several of them. Appreciate that there's a lot of things you can do. I know it's overwhelming, and don't try and make all these changes at once. This is kind of food for thought. This type of a checklist can be kind of implemented slowly. Make slight changes that can be incorporated and folded into your already hardworking schedule. Plan ahead. Make food ahead so that you can have more time during the day to enjoy yourself. Your schedule is essential for your success. Decide what resonates with you. Healthy habits are easy to fold into the day-to-day. It's just a matter of you deciding what's healthy for you and what resonates. Your intuition is telling you something. Listen to that. Take a minute to deep breathe. Take a minute to debrief. I heard something earlier this week, 3 letters that are really kind of something to remember. BMW. Easy to remember, right? B is for breathe. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Breathe in to the count of 4. And breathe out to the count of 5. Sit for a minute and let your nervous system just kind of chill. Slow breaths in through the nose and out through the nose might really be helpful. Take 5 minutes and just sit out in nature and breathe. So the B is for breathe, M is for movement. Once you've done that 5 minutes outside, then go for a walk or, just be active. Don't sit for more than an hour at a time. If you have to be at a desk, then sitting for an hour or 45 minutes, stand up and do 50 squats. Okay, do 25 squats. Do some jumping jacks. Take an exercise snack. Just move your body. Your lymph system will be grateful. Your circulation will improve. And when we age, we need to pay attention to those things. All right, so we have the B in breathe. We have the M for move. And W is water. All right, what does that mean? Well, it means hydrate. Drink clean, filtered, remineralized water and drink plenty of it. Take an Epsom salt bath. Get to a natural water source as often as you can. I like to go to the beach. I don't do it near often enough, but the ocean is 10 minutes away from me. Those negative ions, so restorative. even a local creek or a river. But that bath, that Epsom salt bath with those minerals, well, that might be all you need to really kind of nip the day in the bud and to really kind of reboot so that you sleep deeper, that your body has the minerals it needs for so many cellular functions. There's a lot here in this video. Maybe take some notes, watch it again, comment if things are resonating for you. Fat loss isn't going to happen overnight. And I like to say, give yourself 6 months. If you're struggling with cravings, if you just can't seem to get a hold of yourself and you're all over the place diet-wise, if you're confused and if you just can't put the pieces together, that's what my Jumpstart Session's all about. I can really help you with a clear plan to get started. I've got tools that will help you with so many things. If you've tried it all and you're curious about microdosing GLP-1s, they're here to stay, ladies. And it's a tool. Those peptides are game changers in the weight loss arena. Yes, there's controversy, but in a microdosed setting, in a microdosed whisper, they can help kind of reset and give you a leg up on so much more than fat loss. Yeah, I'm a big fan, but they have to be done properly. And I'm a stickler for, if you're going to play with the peptides, you need to eat well. You need to be mindful. The information coming through on a whisper of a GLP peptide in terms of giving you a leg up on extreme stubborn fat loss, it's astounding. I have clients who have surprised themselves, and although resistant and not wanting to be reliant on something like that, it doesn't work like that. If we're regenerating pathways by giving the body something that it no longer has, that peptide is restoring function. And what I'm seeing in my practice is that those of you who are using the GLP-1 type peptide and doing all the things, eating high protein, getting your exercise, getting your sleep, getting your hormones in line, those things are allowing your body to restore function in a way that I'm just so excited about. Don't discount your body's ability to heal. Give it what it needs. Give it what it no longer has. And get in lockstep with a really consistent, life-sustaining checklist. The structured daily checklists, ladies, are helping with habit cues. They're helping your self-confidence. They're helping with energy. They're helping with brain fog. Consistency matters. And when you associate that checklist with consistency and success, we can do this forever. That's exactly what I want. I want to give you tools to help sustain life into your golden years. We're not getting any younger. And you deserve to feel good in your body. I say that every day. That said, with the awareness and the understanding and the science and the woo-woo, we'll go far. Come for the fat loss. Stay for the longevity. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.